Shalom, Akim. All praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, the bonus, the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone, man. And shalom to all the brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Just found an article, basically, it's on the Daily Express. And the title is Superhumans, Chips Inserted in Brains Will Give Us Mind-Blowing Abilities Within Years. And it says superhumans could exist in just 15 years thanks to a computer chip inserted into the brain to unlock mankind's full potential. So, you've still got guys that are basically trying to deny that this RFID chip is a mark of the beast. But Esau's come out various times, multiple times, talking about getting chipped. He had the one of the senior heads of what's it called now? The military, not the military, the Olympics committee. One of them guys basically saying he was saying that the athletes need to get chipped, and now this guy is basically trying to push it like on the consumer front, trying to sell it like you're gonna get unlock abilities in the brain. You take that chip, you be superhuman. Yeah, you'll be a superhuman slave for the elites. Let me get into it. It says people will be able to buy new memories and delete. Is there any I missed? No. People will be able to buy new memories and delete unwanted ones in the near future, as experts believe they are close to biohacking the body's most powerful tool, according to a leading technology entrepreneur. It says, speaking at Lisbon's Web Summit, Brian Johnson, the founder of Kernel, a startup researching the possibilities of microchips being inserted in the brain, says unlocking the true potential of the mind is the single greatest thing humanity can achieve. It says Kernel's first step is to design chips that can help fight disease, but then it hopes to evolve the brain to offer superhuman abilities. So they're basically gonna say RFID is the new way to fight certain diseases, because they've had in the news the what was it called? They were saying about, because animals are being fed what they called antibiotics. People that eat certain foods, they're basically getting them antibiotics in their system, so they get an immunity to it. So basically they've stopped working. So they could say, okay, you know what? We've got this chip. You insert this chip in your brain or in wherever the fuck, up your anus, and then that shit will regulate whatever in your body. It will release certain thingies and toxins, whatever. They'll basically saying that's gonna be that's gonna be a new form of treatment for illnesses, which shows, hey, that's basically Esau letting you know, man. That's the ways it's gonna lead to becoming mandatory, because it could get to, look, man, if you got this disease, look, you gotta take this chip. If you don't take it, you're putting the general public at risk or some shit like that. Various different ways. I'm finished reading it. It says and then it says evolve the brain to superhuman abilities. That's basically just the selling point, man. They're trying to sell it like, oh, you think you're gonna be like the fucking $1 million man after you get that chip in your body, man. Not you're gonna be like a Terminator. But hey, the Esau's gonna be the elites are gonna be able to switch that off at the drop of a hat, man. That's what Esau's looking for. It says at Kernel, our primary aim is to develop technologies to understand and treat neurological diseases in new and exciting ways. We will then interpret the brain's complex workings in order to create applications toward cognitive enhancement. It says, I would expect in around 15 to 20 years we'll have a sufficiently robust set of tools for the brain that we could pose any question we wanted. For example, could I have perfect memory? Could I delete my memories? Could I increase my rate of learning? Could I have brain-to-brain communication? So like psychic capabilities. This is basically them trying to do it. And it's funny because like in the last one I was talking about how basically this is like this is when it goes out for the public, but it goes to the military first, because then they even got the fucking InfoWars Alex Jones fucking video, which is basically based on an article in 2014 which is it says U.S. military hacking human brains to eradicate diseases. So the U.S. military was already getting into this. This is basically just when it comes out for public consumption. But you know, and he's even talking about getting the Matrix illusions up, man. It says, imagine a scenario where I say, I want to know what's it like to be a cowboy in the American West in the 1800s, and someone creates that experience mentally. That's like they can lodge you into the Matrix, man. That's the kind of things Esau's looking to do with these capabilities, man. This is why Esau's looking into that RFID technology. That's what he's looking to do. You know, there's a video here. I completely forgot. Let me play this and see what it says.
I started a company called Kernel a year ago, and I invested $100 million to create chips that would be implanted in the brain to help address disease and dysfunction. We're leveraging this emerging technology to also explore how we might extend human potential. The first cochlear implant was approved by the FDA 30 years ago. There's now 300,000 of these implants. A deep brain...
Wait, hold on. So the first implant was what does it say? It was green lighted by the FDA 30 years ago. So they've been planting them chips in people for time. So that prophecy's already been fulfilled for years. So you know what's wrong with these guys? How can you not see that this is the RFID chip? The mark of the beast is the RFID chip. And he said there's now what 30,000, I believe. Let me wheel it back a bit.
Stimulator was approved by the FDA in 1997, and 125,000 people
Let's see if I can wheel it. Okay,
will now have this implanted. Let's take a look at how far this technology has come.
On and okay. And this is me when I turn it off. You won't be able to read that, it's shaking too much. So it's almost an instantaneous reaction. I can't control this.
So they're using it for them so-called medicinal uses. But this guy's got that chip up in him, man. He's through anyway, man. But you know, that's in it's recorded in the Bible. That's prophecy being fulfilled right there, man. With them RFID brain chips, man. Let me read this. Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So you know, in their foreheads, that brain chip. And this, you know, they showed the video. That guy's got the chip. There's enough guys out here with the chip already. That prophecy is already being fulfilled. But you know, you got certain guys that don't want to accept the fact that this is the truth of the Bible. This is the actual prophecies being fulfilled. And it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So basically, that's the point it's going to get to. It's going to get to the point where you're going to need that chip to function in society. And Esau's slowly going to ramp it up over time and build towards it. He's going to be using the markets of basically trying to appeal to the biohacker guys that just want to get the chip just because they think it's cool, and to the military. The military is going to have to get, which I believe a brother in LA. There was a geezer in LA that mentioned that was already popping off, and then what was the other one with I don't know if I already mentioned the medical as well, man. There's the medical as well. That's the one I didn't mention. On the medical side, saying, okay, you want a treatment for this disease, then you take the chip, and that's how Esau's gonna do it. But then what's gonna be what's gonna be the judgment for that, man? What's 14? Revelation 14:9. It says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the presence of the Lamb." So anyone of our nation who takes that mark, they're basically going to receive that ultimate judgment, man. Because that's basically them saying, look, man, I don't care about the Most High. I want I want Esau to be my God, man, forever. Sans eternum. That's what these Jakes are basically saying, man. Now, a lot of Jakes are in that spirit, man. That's why you get Jakes that will come out to camp and talk shit to us when we're telling them that, you know, they're basically gonna be the future rulers of the earth. But you know, that's just hey, that's what Esau. That's showing you Esau, that mark of the beast. That prophecy's continuing to move forward, man. If you know, if you're basically trying to say that ain't the mark of the beast, then you don't know what's going on, man. I'll leave it there. I'll say all praise to Yahweh, Shem Yahushua, double honor to the apostles, the elders of GreatMillStone, man. Shalom.